hate. It's a powerful emotion, yet subtle to find. Possesses others to partake in heinous actions for some sort of twisted reason. The one thing that keeps humans from reaching peace. The one thing that Fable is full of. Fable at first was a standard Fakewoken member. He was childish, reckless, and would say questionable things regarding players like an average person on an unmoderated server. However, he was one day banned for pinging the owner, which broke Fakewoken's rules. Fable was desperate to get back on Fakewoken and be a part of the community again, so he decided to make an alt account on Discord called Zombo, in which then he would try to bribe the owner of the game for an unban by buying the Infinite Devil Fruit Notifier Game Pass on Fakewoken, which was 9,000 Robux. This would allow him to transform into any mob on Fakewoken, whether it be an owl, sharko, or an enforcer. With this power, he would decide to abuse it and mass wipe players on Fakewoken, targeting them from server to server until they wiped. Because of this, many people hated Fable because he did it to a majority of the players just for the thrill of it. Fable would receive a multitude of hate comments on a daily basis because of all the wipings he did. For some odd reason, Fable couldn't understand why people were mad at him, so he just decided to victimize himself by downright stating that the Fable community are just lunatics, blaming everyone and targeting everyone that would shame on his actions. A few weeks went on, as Fable has only become more in the mindset of everyone is evil and he's a victim of it all. He became more of a freak as the days went by. As he even sent a video containing real child. He even said more disgusting things like threatening he would go dox a player, with the same player neither confirming or denying he got doxed. On top of that, Fable was screaming out racial slurs to members of the Fakewoken community, all because of some minor thing that happened in-game. In the beautiful days of summer of 2023, Vert, also known as Dizzle, made a mob progression video in Fakewoken 3 regarding mud skipper progression. This video was a success for Vert along with Fakewoken, as the game gained a major popularity boost for a short time frame. Fable, of course, being how he is, decided to organize large groups of people from Discord servers or group chats mainly with players that agreed with his antics. Most likely being players newer with Fakewoken who are unaware of the situation with Fable's banning of players following the threats of doxing. One thing to keep in mind, however, was that the Pride Month event for Fakewoken was going on during this time frame. This will hold great significance later on. LGBTQ month ended during the time frame, and interestingly enough, the owner, Monkey Moat, made it a limited time item that only players who played during June would have. Fable's homophobic actions were more shined upon during this time, as he would use the F slur, calling players that slur if they had the LGBTQ+ flag, and also in general if he didn't like you. His actions became more apparent when he went out of his way, going region through region despite the regional gap just to wipe players with the LGBTQ+ flag, calling them slurs afterward. From all the damage Fable caused within the community, the Fakewoken player base dropped significantly from having 1,000 plus players to barely pushing 250. Fable commonly made jokes about his influence on Fakewoken, laughing it off, clowning the community, which really made the Fakewoken community hate Fable more. Fable was then banned on August 14th of 2023. He was banned again due to him exploiting, this time in which he was fly hacking with his owl transformation, making it easier and more efficient to track down and kill players. When he tried to appeal and protest his ban, he said that it was simply as a major lag spike. This wasn't a lag spike because when you're lagging, you either A, stop moving entirely and it only plays a lat down animation of your character to everyone in the server, or B, you keep moving in the direction you were lagging in, regardless of if you were spinning or changing your position continuously. As you can see in the clip, he was clearly fly hacking as he was in the air, then went down on the ground, and did a whole curve 3 times during the clip, tracking the player. He messaged a newer moderator, unfamiliar with the situation, and lied in order to get an unban on the same day, becoming more hateful with the community as time went on. At this time, there was a bannable bug going on, called the Cestus bug, in which you would stack the Cestus by transforming into a mob, equip a Cestus, reset, wait for the shift cooldown, shift again, all while never dying when reverting in their player form. This bug was clearly stated to be bannable, not only by the owner and the mods, but also the players himself. Fable was caught and banned when doing this, and he even made up every single lie you could think of in order to get unbanned. He begged mods, devs, and even normal players just to get him unbanned, and this went on for months, constantly harassing people in order to hear him out, but at this point, everyone already despises Fable for what he did. He would eventually come to the conclusion that everyone was cyberbullying him, and he was a good guy with everyone being in the wrong. He decided to enact a plan in order to ban every last player that quote-unquote wronged him from Deepwoken. Fable scrolled, month after months, eager to find a single gram of information that could be used in order to get the members of Fakewoken banned from Deepwoken. He couldn't find any significant evidence, so he decided to switch up the context of potentially harmful screenshots in the Fakewoken Discord in order to get someone banned. As some of you may have known, Fakewoken has different rules in comparison to the main Deepwoken Discord, which allows members of the Fakewoken community to be more vulgar in the way they speak. How the Fakewoken members differ from Fable is that there's a limit of vulgar things that can be said, with anything above being blank being bannable. The message sent from Fakewoken members were sent to friends and people that wouldn't mind these jokes in comparison to Fable, who would be screaming in all caps racial and homophobic slurs to any random person he wiped in game. Unfortunately for the community, Fable would exploit this one fact, using extremely old screenshots of players and would send screenshots of messages from members who said vulgar things, completely changing the context, which would make the messages questionable. Most members were banned because they were quote-unquote playing a copy of Deepwoken called Fakewoken, due to insufficient evidence, since most of the time he couldn't find any reason to ban them because they didn't say any vulgar thing. He was able to do this because of the Horde mod system, which promotes these types of behaviors. He was able to get in cahoots of a certain mod that's a senior mod that may also be known as Astro_Train, and a standard moderator known as Noah5254. Now let's delve into greater detail about how the hell Fable got in good ties with these shitheads called mods. For those who don't know about the Deepwoken moderation system, moderators are rewarded with mod points when they perform a task like restore or ban or for whatever reason. The system is implemented poorly because it's easier just to ban a player and not read their restore, because when you have a senior moderator named Astro hiding tickets for you, it's not a big deal. As a result, many moderators are able to false ban or deny restores for the sake of moderation points. What do moderation points do? Moderation points allow the mods to obtain mod-only specs that are exclusive to them. It could be something like a hollow purple from Jujutsu Kaisen or the series punch from One Punch Man. How Fable gets involved and allied with these corrupted mods isn't too complicated, considering the senior moderator, Astro Trained, who's also known in the Rogue Lineage community for mass false banning, and who's also known for saying inappropriate jokes regarding serious rape. As a senior moderator, this isn't too hard to persuade. In addition to that, Astro Trained still hasn't changed, as he's still false banning players as demonstrated by the whole situation altogether regarding his alliance with Fable. Fable would send a list of people he wanted to be banned to the moderators that he's allied with, like Noah5254 to grind mod points, or from Astro, in which this would be a confirmed ban that couldn't be overwritten, as Archmage doesn't want to deal with the moderators. Noah5254 is worse than Astro Train, as Noah's been in a disturbing amount of explosive videos regarding extremely vulgar language and heavy mod abuse, who's somehow still not banned and is still a ranked moderator. I don't know why the mod rules haven't changed yet, but I pray that the mod points are removed in the future, as it's obvious at this point why it's dangerous with senior moderators allying with little child predators and our favorite doxer named Fable. One notable last thing that needs to be said before we can move on to the conclusion is that some of the devs, which are unknown, are confirmed to be part of this disgusting scheme, which potentially means that someone could be aware of the situation but doesn't want to be involved. The full document containing every last evidence against the mods in Fable are inside of the description and the pinned comment.